Peacock. I wasn't going to do this comparison. I was going to just ignore these. They were in the box, ready to go back to their owner. They're done, both of them. Just please leave. But I had to know. And because I know it's going to be asked constantly. Because everyone's going to be like, oh, Zeos, you're doing another, the Chinese thing, it's very gold. And but how does it compare to the LCDX 2021s? And I wasn't sure before I took these out of the box. And I haven't listened to them like 2.5 weeks. I did the review and they go away and they're going to be shipped. I wasn't sure how I was going to perceive the Peacocks compared to the new LCDXs, which I loved. Loved. Past tense. I'm sitting here with the Sendy Audio Peacocks. Remember Sendy Ivas? Remember when I went to Can Jam like 2017 and I left there demanding the Ivas? Because I'm like, I need these. These are the best thing. And they were the best thing at the show and I brought them home. And then Sendy has made nothing. Sivga and Sendy are the same company, so Sivga's made a bunch of shit. I can't even think anymore. Holy God. Sivga Phoenix. There. That's the like. Oh my God. And then it was like, all right. And Zeus. So when Sivga themselves message me, and I get an email and like, hey, we want to review our SV21s. This really affordable, comfortable thing. And I'm like, I've seen those. They're brown and everyone wants me to review them. And they're like, cool, can we send you the Peacocks too? And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, sure. Oh, do the Peacocks first. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll get these things out of the way. I had no idea what they were sending me. And then this box shows up and I'm like, Sendy Peacock. Okay. And then I open it up and inside there is this. And I know that butt. We all know that butt. You and I know that butt. And out comes these monsters. They're huge. And it wasn't the weight or the looks. It was the smell. This leather, all of this very soft, crinkly leather is fucking leather. Like 1950s leather jacket, leather. Not like, oh, it's leather, kind of. This shit stinks like leather. And everyone I've showed these headphones to, I'm like, no, don't look. Smell. Because that's the smell of fucking quality. And I'm like, wow. You know, I know it's Chinese, and I know China's got like some quality control issues. But if you're going to hide quality control issues, you would best hide them by wrapping them in thick, soft fucking leather. And they've done that. So you look at them and like, I'll keep the LCDXs here. We're going to reference them a bit, maybe. And from the looks department, like that's a very classy, clean, black stealth look. And this is wood and gold and that. But then this is the same headband style as a Phoenix. So I've seen this before. I know it works. They've got the very fucking precise and nice yokes here with the holes. And it's like, and then it says left and then it says right. And then this is the softest leather. Like these like pads are just like, it's just, you can like crumble it up just like a leather jacket's arm. And it's fine because it's real leather. And then you like pull it and it's like, all right, nice and linear, just like the Sendys. I'm sorry, just like the Sivga Phoenix. There was a manipulation that had to be done because DMS got a pair of these. And I'm trying to convince that poor boy that his opinions are always wrong. They don't match my opinions. They must be wrong. Oh my God. And they wouldn't fit his head. They wouldn't fit on top of the head of his head. And I have a big fat basketball of a head and he's got a very here's DMS's head. So when he was putting them on, they were sitting like this and the bottoms were just open. And I'm like, all right, I had the same problem with the Sivga Phoenix. You need to take this, slide it up and bend these to have more bend so that it could actually use the articulation of the thing. I'm telling you, because you might have to do this before we go any further into the review and you buy these, because they're either $1,800 or $1,500, depending on where the fuck you look. And I'm gonna fucking come. They're so good. And I'm gonna shield the shit out of them, and we're all gonna pray in a big fucking circle that the GL2000 thing doesn't happen again. That's right. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do doing it because this makes the GL2000s sound like beats. So once you've added a little more angle to that, then it was actually like hitting the stops and that was fitting your head. So you need to really get it out there. So now we could adjust it back down, and it's beautiful and it slides, and the pad has that cutaway in the back of the pad where it's thick at the bottom and thin at the top, like the fucking Sendy Ivas. Only these are massive, full 3-knuckle square hole, thick pad. Like, these are the paddiest pads that I've ever... Fucking LCD pads? What are these, jokes? These are joke pads now. This is what a pad of God feels like. This feels like the highest grade of pad material, because it's like, I've never had a pad that you actually go, that's a wallet. Someone stole someone's nice Italian leather wallet, just made pads out of it. So we're getting there. We're getting there. There's timestamps now in these videos. If you want to just jump ahead to how it sounds, feel free. So I'm looking at the pad shape going, wow, it's like thicker in the front actually than the rear. And then this dips down and then it has that really weird thing. I don't know why they did it on the Sendy Ava, but I liked it. And they did it again. And then I put them on my head and they're gone. They don't exist. And I'm like, but these are a 530-gram planar. These are big headphones. These are comparably weighted. When I put these on my head, it's better than they used to be, but they're still there. And if I do this, I feel the mass of weight twisting around. And if I put these on my head and do that, it's like it moves with my skin. So they're the most comfortable high-end headphone that has ever existed. And if you know anything about Zeos Pantera, comfort is number fucking 1 and 2 and 3, and then maybe sound quality is 4, followed by build quality, cable bullshit, accessories, and then maybe sound quality again. Luckily for you, sound quality is way up there on the list. So let's just finish the build. So we've got custom little Sendy thing pivots here. The Sendy Ivas were $600. This is 3 times the price, or almost 3 times the price. I see them for $1,500 on Music Tech, but I gotta find other places that have it. That gold is it's very gold. Stay gold, stay gold. The connector is the Mr. Speakers connector, which I don't hate it. It's shown up on enough headphones now that I actually have some, like, here, Heart Audio send me a few. They're common enough that you can get a set. We might plug the Heart Audio cable in. They come with this, oh, by the way, it says L on there and R on there in case the giant red and blue indicators are not enough. And you know what? Fuck you if you don't think that's high end. I love seeing bright red and bright blue indicators. It's like these were made for me specifically. If I was like asleep one day and all of a sudden, like, I woke up and someone was measuring my head, it might have been the Sendy Audio people. They snuck into my house and they measured my head to make a perfect headphone. And then they're like, what does he like? He likes very bright indicators. Oh, and he likes good wires. You know, wires with like very nice connect. Like, there's the scale, there's the 4.4, there's the strain relief on the beautiful, weird 8-wire weave. It looks like a 4-wire weave, but it's 8-wire, and it alternates copper and like a brown copper. And this goes on for 7 feet. It's more than 6 feet, I think. And then it splits, and then the split comes, and it's wood. It's a Sendy Audio fucking drilled piece of very nicely you can see the machining marks. Wood, so it's nice and light, because fuck those heavy fucking things in the middle. I hate those. And then the slide, just because they had it, probably is more wood, which is like the shape of an eye that goes up with these individual 4 weaves that keep the same weave but less wires that slide up and down. And this wire, other than its length, I have absolutely no issue with it at all. Comes with the standard accoutrements of an expensive Sendy product, aka these adapters, which still have the scale pattern on it, like they did on the old the IVA. So you can just go like this, and now you have a 4-pin XLR, and you can go like this. Now you have a giant 1/4 inch, all high quality, all beautiful. Just fucking, it's nice. This is nice stuff. This is nice stuff. Now, I'm gonna go back to the LCDX for a second, because I seriously didn't know how I would compare the two. I didn't know what would have, one would be more, one would be less. And I was dicking around with, I rebuilt the racks here, so we've got 7 amplifiers to choose from, coming off of like 4 DACs, and I'm going back and forth with both of them, and then I realized I need to handicap the LCDX because they're losing badly. So I say, okay, Sendy Ivas, you now go on the IFI Neo IDSD. Just that. You got that amplifier. It's not a low-end amplifier. I love the way it sounds. That's your amplifier. And you, LCDX, you can play with any amplifier you want. I got the Singzer. I got the Topping A90. I got the Burson Soloist. I've got the WA11 Topaz, which I have it currently hooked up to. I got the IFI Zencan. I got the Geshelly Labs Erish. I got the Reference QES. And I've put this on all of them. And the closest I can get to the sound I want is the WA11 Topaz. And it's still not good enough to beat what these are doing on any amplifier. That's scary shit. Because you watched my review. I made that review of the LCDX, and people accuse me of lying. Oh, Zeos, you lied just to get some sales. Let me explain something to you. If I get a headphone that's very expensive and very nice, and everyone likes it, but I don't, I will simply say, I don't prefer this headphone. I prefer this, 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 or this. I will get sales in the other things I like. I don't have to lie in any of my videos, because Zeos always has other things that you can click on. But with the LCDX, I was serious. I love these things. They're amazing. But what happens when that shows up and then I do a direct comparison and I'm sitting here track after track after track, and I'm talking about, I got violins, I've got hard rock, I've got fucking reggae and rap, and I am repeating the same opening to songs over and over and over and over again, and going, okay, I got to hear it on the LCDX, because I love the LCDX. So let's just put the Sicario Fausto, like a deep, long rumble. This isn't even music. This is just a sound, and I prefer the Peacocks. Wait. The only way I could describe not how these sound, but how these sound after listening to these is these sound flat. Flat. Flat like soda that's been sitting out for 6 days. Like I'm taking a drink, I'm drinking this, and I'm like, whoa, Deadmau5, a city in Florida, which is what that just was. And it's like, oh yeah, this fucking room, and it's like, it's happening, I'm in a party. And then I put these on, it's like, a city in Florida. Here you go. And that's for every amplifier I've got. I thought maybe it was like, okay, I'm just doing one, I'm doing the wrong thing, I'm not being fair. To make LCDX sound flat and mildly boring is an insane attempt to just put me in a mental institute. Because that's what the Peacocks do. They are the most comfortable high-end headphone, they are well built, and they sound more engaging than any other high-end headphone I've listened to. And I could definitely be just shilling because, oh, it's going to be coming for me, yay, woo, checks in the mail, motherfucker. No. Because guess what? Anybody who buys these and spends that sort of money is going to come back to this video if I fucked with them and complain like they did in the GL2000s. So all I can do is be honest. All I can do is be honest. And tell you this is the best sounding fucking high-end headphone. I'm not even going to say best headphone because we're done with that whole, there's too many. We got to start sectioning them off. And I don't consider this mid-fi. If anyone considers like shit, fuck you. I don't like the whole lo-fi, mid-fi, hi-fi thing. Screw that whole shit. There's just headphones. So I didn't want to say hi-fi, high-end, or over $1,000, whatever. These things, I didn't even need to burn them in. In fact, I brought them down to my burn-in rig after I got them. I put them on my head. They were so comfortable. I plugged them into the M11, and I'm like, oh, and I got to hear these after like 48 hours or 72 hours of burn-in. Put them on the burn-in rig, went upstairs, then came back downstairs. I said, screw that. I'm just going to keep using, and I used them, and I used them, and I used them, and I just kept using them. And then I took them fucking shopping. And it's been a long time since I've shoved a goddamn DAP in my pants and then wore something like this through a store to just buy my groceries. But I had to. I couldn't stop listening to them. They do this thing with the shape of sound. I talked about it with speakers. And I've heard it, like I can compare two different headphones, obviously, to that. But these are comparable competition. This is a $1,500 planar that everybody knows and everybody loves and respects. And this is a $1,500 or $1,800, depending on where you're looking, planar headphone that no one's ever fucking heard of. And I will take this in a competition every fucking day. Every day. The geometry of the actual head, the way this sits in your head, that's how it looks, by the way, when you stretch it out. Like you look at it, oh, vertical. No. When you're wearing this here, wearing it, slide it straight off. That's how it sits in your head with this weird sideways pulling motion, and it's like it's trying to twist over. The geometry of this is just better and more comfortable. That's the way it sits when you take it off your head. So it's more comfortable in a geometric... I'm talking about the geometry of it on top of the pads being better. Why does that pad look thicker? Because it's real. On top of the pads being better, on top of the weight distribution being better, on top of the sound being... Should I talk about sound like strictly? Because I don't think I've talked about it yet. I don't think I've put a timestamp. Zios, put a timestamp. These sound flat compared to these. These have more close detail. Like I listened to a song where stuff was happening in the background, and it happened in the background, and I heard it all. And I put it on these, and that stuff still happened, but it was like 8 feet further back from the microphone. So I had to really listen for it, but it was there. But it was in a position wholly different from what I heard from LCDX or most headphones. Because I can't just keep comparing against those. Let's pretend these don't exist, and I'm just trying to sell you on a headphone that, here's a headphone. I'm going to put them on my head now. They don't take much adjusting, and then they disappear. So they're gone now. They don't even feel like they weigh anything. I've recommended LCDXs to people, but I have to give them the warning. They're heavy, and you're going to know they're there. I would not give that same warning for these headphones. They feel like nothing's there. Okay, that's loud. And I'm going to lower that. And this is some 1920s recording. Probably in mono, actually. All right, this is a soundtrack from Dunkirk, and I'm going to have PTSD. They are wide in a way that people describe the HD800s to me, but I've never heard it. HD800s are always like, yeah, they're kind of wide, but they're never like wide, because they're all holding on to that, like, you got to keep the details. You can't make it too wide because you lose details, so you got to keep it close. These are not afraid to just take I'm going to give them this. You lose a little bit of the detail, just a smidgen. And that's enough to make 30% of the people who are into these headphones just disappear. They're just walking away. Oh, I'm not. Zios doesn't know what he's talking about. I know what I want. I want to enjoy music in a way that I didn't on the previous 275 headphones I reviewed. And these fucking do that. And they do it with charisma and placement and low end that is just like impactful, yet not like artificial. Like these sound artificial compared to these, which is fucking, that makes me sound wholly inept in my descriptions of every other headphone. pretty sure I can control my heart rate with the bass notes on this. And this is just Hans Zimmer's The Tide from Dunkirk. And it's just a low... And I feel my whole body wanting to match that tempo. AC/DC. Almost nothing I've listened to on these sounds poor. Even the worst songs sound great. So there's that argument I made many, many, many months ago where you have two types of headphones. Headphones that explain everything that's wrong with your music. And I wasn't even saying that about LCDX really. But now there's these, which make everything that you play sound amazing. Everything you play sounds amazing. It almost sounds like these are out of phase and these are not. Which is weird, and I know it's not the case. And I've changed the wire, and it's still not the case. It's like, what the fuck is wrong? Whoa. Lebo M, Lala from Lion King. I can't take these off, and I can't sell them, and I can't send them back, and I can't do anything but praise every little inkling of sound that comes out of them. And if other people have reviewed sets and they said different than I do, try another set. That's literally it. If you get them and you don't think they sound like I'm describing, say, hey, Sendy, let me try another set. Keep trying another set. Keep trying another set until you get the things that I'm saying where the soundstage is just invisible. It's just sounds are around you. And then sounds move over you. And then the bass comes and it's just like, did I leave a speakers on somewhere? What the fuck's going on with the sound? These are the fucking headphones. This is the headphone. I truly love and respect the Odyssey LCDX. And I've reviewed them. And you ever seen an Odyssey product on my wall? I don't think you ever have. I've never bought a set. I've borrowed every set. I've reviewed them and I've given them back. Or I've sent them back to owners. Or sent them back to the company. The only Odyssey product I've kept were the little eye signs. Because they were little and small and they were unique. But never an LCD. Never the close back. Nothing. If you took these away from me, I'd find the money. I'd find the money to have them. Because they have to be the one I reference against. Everything has got to compete with this now. Everything, and it's... Someone was complaining that the text on the wood made it look cheap. I don't care. Designed by Sendy Audio, and up here it says quad former technology. No idea what that means, by the way. But if this is what quad former technology sounds like, put it in my pants. I want my pants to have quad former technology. I don't... It's an 88 millimeter. I could just read specs now. I think I've expelled all of the shill lust that I can, because I've been putting this off at least 3 weeks. My birthday was recently, and I was in the Hamptons. I took these on vacation. I was on a boat, or I was on someone else's boat. It's not my boat. I was at a pool, I brought it out there for 3 days. Because I needed this to go on other people's heads. And I made sure I packed it well. I didn't pack it in the butt case. As much as the butt case would have fit better, I'll use this opportunity to shill something else real quick. So this headphone stand, very nice, isn't it? Nice spot for the wire to stay and everything. Yeah, we're just gonna plop that in there. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh my God. Dekoni was nice enough to send one of their cases. I forget what the name of the case is. But of all the giant, stupid, absurd, who the hell needs a $150 waterproof travel case for their headphones? The one Dekoni has rebranded is fucking the nicest. It's got like huge, I don't even know what these channels are for, but they're there. And I like the plastic feel, and there's your little breather valve. It's an SKB, apparently. And it's got a little lifter. You squeeze that and pop it up, and you squeeze it and pop it up, and it's got these metal bits so you can put padlocks. And then if you want, if your headphones are sticky enough, which these are not sticky enough, you can just go like that. And the actual foam insert comes out And I think that's probably worth at least $50 more than you were thinking about spending on a headphone stand or case. So you could do that. Now, let's take this off again. Put that back in the box. $1 million idea. They won't make $1 million on it, though. Now this review is over, I have the arduous task of rewatching it, hearing myself be absolutely insane, and then, I like to put timestamps when I start describing sound and how things sound, but I think I've been just hinting at it for like 35 minutes. Comparing it, all I could do is directly compare to its direct competition, and like, always this one, unless I'm, like, it sounds so, I'm bad at this. I've literally, these have made me bad at my job. And I do this shit, been doing it for like 7 years, and every once in a while a headphone will come along and I'll be like, I don't know what I'm doing. And this is one of those headphones. Because you get it and it's like, I can't possibly describe what the fuck I'm feeling. More than hearing, feeling when I put these on. I think it's a lot to do with the comfort too. The fact that you put them on and they just go away. Almost none of those headphones up there have done that, like, stock. Like, even the ethers, I had to put, like, the tape fucking Yaxi pads onto it so that it got the comfort right. These damn headphones, man. These damn headphones. I'm okay with the wire connector being stupid because it's not a Sennheiser H800 connector. So we're all good. Now I'm on the QS reference. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't think you can beat these without... These are like a negative Abyss headphone. That's why DMS doesn't like them. These are planar and big and warm and soft and loving and just expressive. And when you get any of the Abyss stuff, it's very detail oriented, and that's what you get. Here is all the music you ever had ever. And frankly, I don't want to walk into a party filled with people in suits and ties and classy cocktails. Occasionally, I want to walk into a party where there's a drunk man passed out naked in the house plant. He's just over there passed out. And these are not quite like people puking. I missed them. These are not quite like that level of just party headphone because they're still $1,800 or $1,500. So you've walked into a Hollywood mansion and that guy that's passed out in the fucking plant, that's Matthew McConaughey. All right? These are that kind of fun. This is Wolf of Wall Street level headphone. This is not what he would wear. Oh, what was his name in Wolf of Wall Street? Fuck. That would have been a good reference point. This is not what Brigmore Stratton. This is not what they would buy. They'd buy these. They would listen and party to these. They sound like wood. They sound like they're made of wood and instruments. Fuck you. So, like, I am legitimately amazed by them, and I'm just going to sit here and just nod my head for the next 45 minutes to Post Malone and Jukebox Don't Mind. No. No. Just no. Just give me something else. Better. Maybe this one's better. No. It sounds... This sounds so different, it's not even worth comparing the two. These are just so much further away and natural sounding and open and just... The owner of... Well, not the owner of these. These are getting shipped back. But like Joe, the guy who loaned me the older set of LCDXs that I put the new pads on that sound real close to this, I'm going to make goddamn sure he hears these. And he's going to be like, fuck. Because every time he hears something that I'm like, you got to hear these, he goes, fuck. And then his bank account gets a little bit lower. Or in this case, a little bit lower. I'm done. Because I could just keep going on, and you're just not, you're going to see these pop up in like every review for the next year or so, because I'm just going to be like, I have to listen to some crappy, piece of shit Walmart amplifier. Might as well have fun doing it. Boom. And that's going to be my life from now on. So I want to thank Sendy and Sivga, because they're the same company, for sending me the Peacocks, which I had no idea what they were, because they let me say cock a lot. Cock a lot. In fact, if they made a t-shirt, it should say P on the front, P-E-A. On the back, it should say cock. And that's it. Just make 7 Up yours. Fuck. No one's going to respect me after these videos until I get them. And then they're going to be like, holy shit. Unless they're all garbage after they get them. And then they're going to be like, holy shit. They shouldn't be. I trust them to not fuck it up as bad. All right. This is by the company, and they have no retail store. Actually, they don't even have a retail store, so it's not like this. Here you go. I'm done. If you like these videos, which probably 4 of you are left watching this, Patreon and Subscribe Star help support the channel as I talk about $1,800 headphones companies have sent to me. But, that doesn't pay for cat bills and my bills, and I like Oreo double stuffs, and they're slightly more money. Because the regular Oreos are garbage. And I don't want to hear nothing about that Oreo Thins shit. Don't get that shit away from me. It's double stuff or nothing, and don't go mega stuff. That's dumb. You've gone too far. Just back it up. These are a double stuffed Oreo, and these are an Oreo or even an Oreo Thin. There you go. That's my analogy. Boom. Jump to this time mark for analogy. Patreon and Subscribe Star, see reviews early, participate in yard sales, which happen from the 1st to 10th of every month, and access to the private sound demo channel, which is on Telegram, where I upload the raw audio from sound demos in FLAC. All the old videos have been uploaded. Those are been compressed to MP3 and then reconverted back to FLAC, so there's no loss. But the ones that have been removed from YouTube are all on there in case you missed those sound demos. There's currently no video attached to them, because I don't know how much interest there'll be, and it's going to take a lot of processing power to reconvert 400 plus videos to play on Telegram. But if I get enough people joining Patreon specifically for that, I'll do it. That wallpaper, which honestly, here's how important these headphones are. Usually I open up my wallpaper, this, and I'm like, all right, I got to find a wallpaper. All right, Peacock. Is that a peacock? Is that a peacock? Is that a peacock? And I will just, pick one. Boom, that one, go. I don't even full screen them. I say, that one looks good. Control W, set. I spent 20 fucking minutes picking that wallpaper for these headphones. That's how I know I love them. You don't even need to know that. But I'm like, no, it's got to be a right one. It's got to be special. It's got to have the right attributes. It's got to be some colors, like a peacock colors, and it's got beautiful hair. And that's where we are. By the way, that wallpaper is available in the description. All wallpapers available on Patreon and Subscribe Star. If you just want the mass collection instead of going to every individual video and downloading it. Although you will no longer be able to go to the sound demo videos and click any of them. Although does blocking a video worldwide hide the description? I wonder if it doesn't hide the description. Because then you can still get the wallpapers. But yeah, no, I have a big collection of them on Patreon and Subscribe Star. These links, Patreon, $10 a month, behind the scenes Telegram chat. I've been gushing over these since I got them. They know when I unbox something. They know when I first test something. They know if I have a problem with something and I ask them a question. So $10 a month puts you in that sort of behind the scenes chat where I'll answer any questions you'd like. Just at Zeos Pantera me. Yeah, Hi-Fi Guides in the Hi-Fi Guides forum. The sound demo will be available on the actual YouTube channel that I made for sound demos. I've been just clearing the list, trying to make sure nothing gets immediately blocked worldwide. If it does, you know where it'll be. It'll be hidden behind a slight paywall, and you can all listen to it there. But thank you for just putting up with me. Because that's a lot. If this is your first Z review, and I'm sure to a couple hundred of you, it's your first Z review. This is very high on the list of like holy fuck things I've received. So it's basically all downhill from here. Every other headphone's gonna suck, but I'll try to keep up a good positive attitude and get things done. Until 2 days from now, I'm Zeos Pantera, not Zeros, Zeos, and I will see you whenever the fuck. Oh my god, they're so fucking. Wait.